everybody. Welcome to MS Temple Review. I'm Mommy.
I'm Scarlett, and he's Willa. So, today we are going to read The Tooth Fairy. Sliding up.
Once upon a time, there was a clever little pig named
Peppa.
She was very proud of her
teeth.
Peppa and her brother, his name
George,
knew how to take care of their teeth. They brushed them every morning and every evening. Brush, brush. You want to read some?
Peppa and George loved playing dentist. Peppa would pretend to be the dentist, and George would pretend to be her assistant. George's toy dinosaur was the patient. "What lovely clean teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur." Peppa smiled. "Grrr," said George.
One day after playing their dentist game, Peppa and George were eating their dinner. Suddenly, something fell into Peppa's plate. Clatter, clatter. It made Peppa jump.
That's what I do when they say something fell on her plate.
Silly. It made Peppa jump. "What's that?" she asked. "Ho, ho, it's a tooth," Daddy Pig laughed. "But where is it from?" asked Peppa.
"It's from your teeth, Peppa." "Why don't you look in the mirror?" said Mummy Pig. Peppa looked. She had a big gap in her teeth. "Oh no," Peppa cried. "Do we need to go?" What is the gap?
Like a hole.
"Do we need to go see Dr. Elephant?" "Ho, ho, ho." "No," said Mommy Pig. "It's just a baby tooth. It's supposed to fall out. Oh yeah, I already did that.
"A baby tooth? What's that?" asked Peppa. "A baby tooth is a tooth that falls out when you're young," explained Mommy Pig. "A new one will grow in its place." "What should I do with my baby tooth?" asked Peppa. "If you place it under your pillow, the tooth fairy will come. She will take your tooth and leave you a shiny new coin," said Mommy Pig.
That evening, while Peppa watched television with her family, she kept thinking about the tooth fairy. "When I grow up, I want to be a tooth fairy," said Peppa. Daddy Pig chuckled. "What about you, George?" asked Daddy. "Ho, ho, ho." George pointed at his dinosaur. "Dinosaur saw," he growled. "Dinosaur," he growled. "He, he, he."
"Come on, George," shouted Peppa. "Well, we don't want to miss the tooth fairy." They both ran up the stairs to get ready for bed. "What are you doing, Peppa?" asked Daddy Pig. Peppa was carefully brushing her baby tooth. "I want it to be nice and clean for the tooth fairy," Peppa said. Keep going.
Peppa tucked the tooth under her pillow. "Are you sure that the tooth fairy will be able to find it?" she asked. "I promise," said Mummy Pig. "Just you wait and see." "Good night, Peppa and George." "Good night, Mummy." "Good night, Daddy." He, he, he.
Snore. "I'm going to wait up all night for the tooth fairy," Peppa said. "George, let's not go to sleep." George smiled and nodded. Peppa waited and waited. Snore, snore. She could hear something. "Is that the tooth fairy?" Peppa wondered. "George," she whispered, "did you hear that? Can you see the tooth fairy?" She climbed down to look at George. He was fast asleep. It was him making the noise.
I am much better at staying awake than George." Peppa sighed. She settled back in her bed. After a while, her eyes started to close. She quickly opened them again. "I am going to stay awake and see the tooth fairy," Peppa said to herself firmly. Snore, snore, snore. But soon she was asleep. Tinkle,
Mommy,
tinkle.
I thought you couldn't
What was
walk.
that? thought you couldn't walk.
I fixed it.
How did you?
Just rest. It was the Tooth Fairy. Hello, Peppa, she whispered. Would you like a coin in exchange for your tooth? The Tooth Fairy gently took Peppa's tooth out from under the pillow and put a shiny coin in its place. What a lovely clean tooth, the fairy said. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna eat the coin.
Flutter, flutter, flutter.
George and Mommy Pig decided to rip up the flop and stop Scarlet! And that upset Babu. Guys, don't worry about her. The next morning, Peppa found a shiny coin. Under her pillow, Mommy the Tooth Fairy did come. After all, she shouted, jumping and down. Oh, I wish I had seen the Tooth Fairy. Peppa sighed next time and definitely going to stay awake all night. Snort, hee hee.